Welcome back. Sooner or later, everybody gets these aches and pains associated with low back pain, arthritis, and injury. Therapists at Active Physical Therapy in Marquette, though, are ready to help work out those aches and pains. This morning, Ashley Kirkland joins us there to tell us a little bit more about what they can do to help. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. We're here at Active Physical Therapy in Marquette. Now, this is one of their 2 locations. They also have a location in Ishpeming, and at both locations, they service all kinds of patients, whether you're coming in to go for surgery or you're just coming out of surgery, or you have lower back pain, chronic back pain, or you're an athlete. You can get serviced here for your physical therapy needs at Active Physical Therapy in Marquette or Ishpeming. Now, the owner, Kip Hartman, is a doctor of physical therapy. He's going to show us some of the techniques that they use here a little bit later and show us around the establishment and some of the facilities that they have to help those with chronic back pain. Now, a little statistics that he gave me, that the #1 reason for people taking trips to the ER is back pain, and as well as $60 billion a year is spent on patients who are suffering from back pain. So it's a very critical issue here in America, and a lot of people suffer from it. So he's going to talk to us a little bit later about how he's helping to cure some of the chronic back pain here in Marquette County and help people along the way. So we'll learn a lot from him a little bit later. I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
Welcome back, everyone. If you constantly struggle with aches and pains, you may need a physical therapist. TV6's Ashley Kirkland has been at Active Physical Therapy in Marquette this morning, and she's back with more. Good morning, Ashley.
Tell me when to go. Good morning, Vicki. We're back here at Active Physical Therapy. Now, this is a spot where they can treat lower back pain, any kind of aches and muscle pains that you may have. Right now, I'm joined with Kip Hartman, who is the founder of Active Physical Therapy, as well as a medical physical therapist, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about the treatment. Kip, thank you so much for being here. How did you get started, and what's kind of your background in physical therapy?
Yeah, so physical therapy, to me, I got started practicing 7 years ago. Initially, what got me into physical therapy was I had, pain, and it's a pretty difficult pain to diagnose, and it lasted for 3 weeks. I couldn't get rid of the pain. It was really limiting my ability to participate in sports, and I ended up going in and seeing a physical therapist, and within 30 seconds, he diagnosed what my condition was, told me what to do, and said 2 days later, the pain's gonna be gone, and it was. And I thought, geez, to have that knowledge to be able to take a look at people that are in pain, get them out of pain that quickly and concisely was something that was, that I could really get passionate about and have over the last 7 years.
All right.
Yeah.
And so you went to school for this. What kind of medical practice did you do, or schooling did you do to come to this point?
Yeah. So physical therapy now is a doctoral degree. You have to have a bachelor's degree in order to get enrolled in a physical therapy school. PT school is 3 years straight through, and after graduating from physical therapy school, you're a licensed physical therapist and are able to practice in the state of Michigan.
All right. And so I've never experienced chronic back pain, but I know it's a big problem here in America with a lot of people. What can you kind of explain what that actually feels like?
Yeah, so back pain, 3/4 of the population at some point in their life will have back pain. Not everybody seeks medical treatment for it. There's some interesting studies that show 60% of the population has a bulge disc. But typically back pain, everybody, 3/4 of the population at some point will have back pain, but it's typically when it hits a nerve is when people go rushing into the emergency room or rushing to their primary care physician to see, what's going on, how do I get out of this pain? The expression you hit a nerve is for a reason. It's almost like if you strike your funny bone, you get a, radiating symptom into your hand and lots of pain. In the back, there's nerves between each spinal level. And if a vertebrae gets out of place, if a disc bulges, then a lot of times it'll hit a nerve, produce symptoms down the leg or right, exclusively in the back, and it's agonizing. And that's when people primarily seek medical attention for it.
And you kind of have a demonstration here of what that looks like to hit that nerve. Now, can you kind of show viewers what it's like when they do hit a nerve like that?
Yeah, sure. So, here's an example of, the 24 vertebrae and, discs that that are between each of the vertebrae. There's a closed space here called the intervertebral foramina where the nerve pops out from. If I turn it this way, you can see that the cave is, relatively large where that nerve pops out from. But if we close it down, if we extend the back, you can close that space that it pops out from. So if a vertebrae gets stuck in an extended position, it can pinch that nerve and produce symptoms down the leg. Working through doing manual therapy, hands-on therapy, we can actually, manipulate the vertebrae to open up that space, take pressure off that nerve. Or, the other option is that if a disc bulges and goes back and hits a nerve, then it can, again, produce symptoms down the leg. Again, agonizing pain, and there's ways to get people out of that as well. And that's where in the past they used to do a lot of exercises to go forward, bending forward, leaning forward in a chair to open up this space where the nerve pops out from. And about 30 years, there's a big transition towards going towards extension in order to take pressure off that nerve root. It seems counterintuitive, but it ends up working.
Yeah. And you said that one of the number one reasons that we have back pain here is because we're very stagnant. So tell us about some things that, really quickly, that people can do to kind of prevent that back pain.
Combating the stagnant lifestyle. We live in a culture where chairs are a big part of our culture. Cultures that sit have degenerative disc disease. So working towards alleviating, what is being done by sitting in a chair, combating that through an active lifestyle.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kip. And if you're interested in relieving yourself of some of that chronic back pain, you want to come down here to Active Physical Fitness, and the trainers here will help you to relieve some of that back pain. Vicki, I'll take it back to you in the studio. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
All right. Thank you, Ashley, and we'll be right back with your TV6 Morning Show.